Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Rockies Now podcast. We are a Colorado Rockies podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Tom, and this is Rockies recap for the series finale against the Tampa Bay Rays in Denver, Colorado at Coors Field, and it is, of course, Game 10 of the regular season. Now, I wish I was here to talk to you about a Rockies series victory, but unfortunately, I'm not. It was a hard-fought series for the Rockies, and unfortunately, today in the series finale, they fought back, had a little bit of a comeback, but just came up short. So let's get into the recap right now. Now, today, the starter for the Rockies was Dakota Hudson, and he was good on the mound. He was pretty good. He had 6 innings pitched, gave up only 3 earned runs, had a walk, and only 4 strikeouts. By definition, that's a quality start. So he did what he needed to do to give the Rockies a chance to win the ball game. But Ryan Pepio, who was one of the 2 players that the Los Angeles Dodgers received from the that the Rays received from the Los Angeles Dodgers in the Tyler Glasnow trade, he was spectacular. I mean, whoa, Jesus. My goodness. He had 6 shutout innings, allowing only 3 hits and had a career high 11 strikeouts. My goodness, he was close to unhittable today. But unfortunately, our offense could only manage 3 hits. But when the Rays went to the bullpen, we had a little bit more luck. We'll get to that in just a moment. Our bullpen, after Dakota Hudson pitched his 6 innings, was good. We got 3 shutout innings from Victor Vodnik and Tyler Kinley. So again, they gave the Rockies a chance to stay in the ball game and have a chance here in that mount to come back. So there is Nolan Jones, Bretton Doyle each had 2 hits in this ball game. One of Bretton Doyle's hits was an RBI single. Jake Cave had a big pinch hit triple, and Elias Diaz came in and had a big pinch hit RBI single to get the two Rockies runs there. Unfortunately, that's all we were able to muster, and we came up just short. It's unfortunate, but hey, that's the way it happens. So today, overall, Rockies, like I said, pitching gave the offense a chance, kept it close, just came up short. Unfortunately, that happens in baseball, especially through a long 162 game season. Overall in the series, I personally think the Rockies, they played well. I mean, they lost the series, but in the 2 losses that they had, they lost by less than 3 runs against a good Tampa Bay Rays team. Not a great team, but a good team. Very talented, always a scrappy, tough to play against. So again, I think the Rockies played well. There was some good defensive plays made in this game by our Rockies. Had some good timely hits, some big hits, and most notably the walk-off grand slam by Ryan McMahon in Game 1. But that's all. That is really all either way. So again, tough, hard-fought series. They played well. Overall, it's definitely something that the Rockies can hold their heads high on and just move on to the next series. Real quick recap around the National League West today. The Atlanta Braves defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-2. That is a sweep by the Atlanta Braves against the Diamondbacks. The San Francisco Giants just finished their game against the San Diego Padres. The Giants won by a score of 3-2. And currently, the Chicago Cubs are leading the Los Angeles Dodgers 7-0. They are currently heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. They had a lengthy rain delay, which is why the game is still ongoing. All right. So anyway, of course, the next series for the Colorado Rockies will be a homestand, 3-game homestand, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll be against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The pitching matchups are rematches from the first 3 games of the season. Game 1 on Monday will be Kyle Freeland against Zach Gallen. Game 2 will be Cal Quantrill against Miro Kelly. And Game 3, the series finale on Wednesday, will be Austin Gomber versus Tommy Henry. Steven will be the one on the calls for those 3 games, so I will be taking that series off, and you will be hearing from him. So again, sorry, 1 second. So again, overall, either way. So just to get to a couple comments, Fezzi talks about Jones and Doyle had a really good day, but still on identity on the offense or defense. Hopefully the next round of current young players coupled with the young guys from the minors will get us to the playoffs. Well, just to comment on that, I do agree. I've commented on the podcast before that I think the core of the next contending Rockies team is starting to take shape with guys such as Ryan McMahon, Ezequiel Tovar, who's off to a pretty good start. Ryan McMahon is off to a great start. And then you got Bretton Doyle, Nolan Jones. I mean, I would even you could throw guys again. He's had a rough start to the season, but Kyle Freeland is on a contract that'll take him for the next couple of years. So he could be part of that. Gomber could be part of that, I guess you could say. And some of the relievers that we have, like Vodnik, Kinley, maybe Justin Lawrence could be part of that next team. So that core is starting to take shape. But if you look at some of our top young prospects like Amador, Fernandez, and And it is Dolander, Sullivan. They're a little ways away. They're down in double A or high A plus. The next couple of waves of young player prospects that we could see coming up pretty soon would be obviously Jordan Beck and Drew Romo. They are currently assigned to triple A. Again, I do agree. This, as I've said, the core is starting to take shape, but again, some of our top young guys are still a bit of a ways off in the lower levels of the minors. But again, when you put a key component to a rebuild, you supplement and you create that young core that you hope can carry through several winning contending seasons, and you supplement it with talented veterans that could hope form to what you hope to be a solid contending sustainable playoff team. We'll just have to wait and see. I know the front office has a plan. This front office, in my opinion, is a little different than the previous regime under Jeff Brodich. And again, it's a wait and see thing. So the way I look at it is, let's just kind of look at this team, watch these young guys develop in front of our very eyes, and hopefully, just hopefully, we can reach the playoffs sometime in the next 2 years. My bet is possibly next year. Depending how this season goes, I think we could see them make a push next year in 2025. But again, gotta wait and see. 2026, hopefully, that's a for sure. Hopefully, a playoff season for the Rockies. Another comment, Mike. Team isn't as bad as everyone thinks it is. There will be a streak coming soon. Coming soon. I do agree. Again, like I said, this was a hard fought. Again, Diamondbacks. That was a little bit of a shaky start to the season. The Cubs series was a little bit of a shaky start too. But again, this, as I just commented on this episode, that was a hard fought series against a good Rays team. The Rockies showed some fight. They hung in all 3 games. They had a walk-off win, and they almost mounted a comeback in the two games that they lost. So again, I do agree. We could see a streak coming. I mean, hey, now we got a chance at make kind of a, the Diamondbacks took a really hard hit at us in the first series of the season. Now it's time for us to punch back in our ballpark. So let's hopefully see we can defend our ballpark and give the Diamondbacks a bit of, I don't want to say a beatdown, but a bit of a competitive series. And just as I mentioned, they just came off a series sweep against the Atlanta Braves. So they're coming in kind of with their heads down there, maybe with their head between the legs. So maybe we can catch them off guard here, really take a series win from them. But again, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. So anyway, that will conclude this episode of the Rockies recap for the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Please be sure to subscribe to all of our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. And be sure to click subscribe at our YouTube channel and make sure your notifications are turned on so you will get updates when new episodes are available to watch. And of course, new Rockies recaps are posted after every game. And if you do miss the live recording of it, be sure to check out our YouTube page because we do post all of them on our page. So thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day and have a great evening. And as always, go Rockies.